Hi, Lady Leamy here with my very first mini album. I was inspired to give it a try. I'm new to scrapbooking, only about a year now, and before this album it has only been 12 by 12 sheets for me. So this was a lot of fun. This album pages are all chipboard. They are from Bo Bunny. The album is called My Edgy Cascading Album in black. And all the pages in this album come from this paper pad. It's My Big Ideas, Coastal Venice. I really like these papers, but they are single-sided, which did cause me some grief in some moments. But you will see most of the papers from this pack in this album. All the die cuts in this album are from my slice, which was another first for me. And one more first is inking. I used Tim Holtz distressed inking on this album. This album I covered all the pages with paper as my first step. And to get the page neatly edge to edge on this album, I used basic gray precision file set. And I did that first right off the bat. And to punch the holes back in the paper, I used a crocodile and sometimes just a file, depending what was handy. These embellishments, the pearls and the gems and even the brad, I don't remember where I got those. Those were just found in a bucket while I was putting this together. All the pictures, although I won't really go into them, are all from a road trip recently from Nashville. Let's get started. The background, as you can see, like I said, are the same page. These pages are about 6 inches wide, so they just squeezed on one page. My first inking was over here. All these cutouts, except for this sticker, are all from the slice, including the tag. I glued 2 pages back to back, so it would be front and back. Journaling and picture. And used glue dots. I really like using glue dots to make the pockets because it gives you just enough space to easily slide the tag in there, and they are really tacky. They hold down really well. On this side, I chose to use a picture as a pocket because I really had what I thought were a lot of pictures to go into this album, and I was very pleased with the number of pictures that you can put into an album. I made these 2 tags, again with my slice. Since the pages are single-sided, one of the things I really liked doing was I would take a swirl cutout from the slice and lay it down on the back of the tag and then use that distressing ink around it so it would get kind of a shadowing effect. And then I just put the date on there. Same thing with this one, and there's journaling on the back, and that shape you'll see later in the album. I will put in the description some of the cartridges that I used in my slice. Again, all the shapes on here cut from the slice. The paper in that packet was great. This pink page has some texture to it, which I think goes really well with the lighter colors in the page and the inking. I would recommend, though, whenever you're using letters, to ink the letters if you're not going to outline them when they're so similar. I think that would have made this page look better. Another thing I found in my stash was this little chipboard heart. I used 2 colors of distressing ink, stamped them up and clipped them in there. And on this page I used this ribbon and just a little paper clip embellishment to hold it together. This ribbon I didn't glue down, and I won't. There's no purpose, and it holds these tags. Again, made from my slice. Inking in a sticker. I'm not sure what sticker that company, company that makes that sticker. And in order to get those pictures in, I made a tag out of one of the pictures and added the sticker buttons. On the back, more slice cutouts and a little journaling spot. And this photo, I just added that frame to emphasize the picture and added a little embellishment on the corner there. And I covered the back completely with paper and for more journaling. I have lots to write about. And I just added this flourish so that when someone was going through the album and it was empty, it wouldn't look plain. On this side, some of the papers in that packet had like this plastic cover over them, which I thought made for a much stronger paper, and I utilized it here to make this little book within my mini album. These letters utilize the shadowing feature from the slice, and again here's another page to make that hinge, and I added this little paper clip embellishment so viewers would know to turn the page. And here's one more. I really like doing this idea with the slice. I cut exactly the same size letter out again, just on a different page. I think it makes it pop just a little more. More inking and another little sticker. And this page I just glued direct, and those hinges go off of there. And that's the ribbon from the other side. Making sure everything flows. On this side, I used the paper distresser from Tim Holtz a little bit to ruffle the edges, little embellishment, corner cutting. These again came from the slice, and I had to kind of play with the sizes so that I could get them to intertwine. And since it would be difficult to use those files on the scalloped edge, I just took a previous page and cut out this so everything would be the same. A little bigger layout. Here again I cut the letters out, same size, just two different pages, and I ran them through my Xyron sticker maker. I really like that tool, and stuck them on here. Kind of didn't make it neat, just so that it would give a little pop to it. And tore the pages. I didn't ink them, and I haven't inked the edges of my album either, just because I think the cleaner look works for this album. This little guy is 2 chipboard square frames covered with paper, and I had a acrylic plastic tag that worked as the same size. It's actually covering this front picture, that's why it has this little wiggle on it. And the other side is another picture. Just this little tag allowed me to put 2 more photos on this album. Really nice. The pictures I did not cut out of the slice. I actually cut the slice shape and held it over the picture because I didn't make doubles and I didn't have time to run and make more prints, and I wanted to make sure I got it right the first time. I will maybe make a video on how I did those. Really simple. And then this last layout, again tearing the pages, keeping things similar, shadowing feature on the slice. Just made a couple flower petals, inked them, held them down with a brad on this picture. Distressed the edges, inked them, chipboard corners, trying to make it more, give a little more pop. And on this side, I still had more pictures from Belle Meade, so I made a pocket. The pocket is actually made out of this paper, but I added this photo with some brads in the corners. And I still had the hotel key. I kept it. I keep a lot of things from our travels. And I didn't know what to do with it, so I just added a little journaling note. Could add more journaling, and the same little pick tag that you saw in the beginning of the album. I have this picture, inked and edged, and more shadow inking with journaling on the back. Again, another die cut from the slice, inked with worn lipstick, and inked the edges of the picture. All these tags in this whole album can be seen in more detail on my Flickr account. I took pictures of all of it. Just a little flourish down there at the bottom. Inked the back, added a little journaling. And then again, since the pocket would eventually be emptied by whoever was looking at this album, just added some swirls so it wasn't empty. And on the back, I didn't put any pictures since it would typically be laying down on something. But before I glued the page down, I ran it through my slice to cut out the dove, And this page is the same pattern as the front page. And that's my very first mini album. Thanks for watching.